Today we're going to talk about 2018 AMC 10A problem 14. What is the greatest integer less than or equal to this really complicated fraction over here? So it's actually not that complicated. There's only 4 numbers, but they're just raised to a really large power. So we can do this. So how? So firstly, we're going to use the answer choices to help us because we're kind of stuck here. There's no way we can manually compute this or use any trick to compute this because not all of us have memorized what this is and what this is. Well, I certainly haven't. So to do this, we have to use some smart algebra tricks. For example, we can set this entire fraction, so we can make this equals x. So x equals this huge fraction. So we can multiply both sides by the denominator, right? And then we know that 3 to the power of 96 plus 2 to the power of 96 times x equals 3 to the power of 100 plus 2 to the power of 100. Now we're gonna take a look at what x is, because if we find x, then we find the answer, x the answer, right? So it looks like that if we try to make 2 to the power of 96 become 2 to the power of 100, x can be 16. So if x is 16, then, which is just 2 to the power of 4, if we multiply this out, this is going to give us 3 to the power of 96 times 2 to the power of 4 plus 2 to the power of 100. Now, sure, these two terms match, but note that this term is way smaller than this term. Why? Because, so, when you compare these two values, when you subtract the values from one another, these two cancel out. And then you have 3 to the power of 100, which is just 3 to the power of 96 times 3 to the power of 4 minus 3 to the power of 96 times 2 to the power of 4. So, honestly, 3 to the power of 4 is 81, and 2 to the power of 4 is 16. So, you still have a really large number here, which is around 65 times 3 to the power of 96. So 16 is not good enough for x. It's too small. Now what if I wanted to make 3 to the power of 96 3 to the power of 100? Then x should be 81, or 3 to the power of 4. If we multiply our denominator, 3 to the power of 96 plus 2 to the power of 96 by 3 to the power of 4, we get 3 to the power of 100 plus 2 to the power of 94 times 3 to the power of 4. Now, if we compare these two terms, so we subtract, let's say we subtract this term from this term, so these two terms cancel out. But then we result in 2 to the power of 100 minus 2 to the power of 96 times 3 to the power of 4. Or if we factor out 2 to the power of 96, we have 16 minus 81, which is a negative number, or negative 65 times 2 to the power of 96. So this means that our value over here is larger than the value we want. So x equals 81 is too big. So what have we got? X equals 16 is too small. And then x equals 81 is too big. So the actual x is somewhere in between. Now let's go back to our answer choices, because there's nothing else we can actually really do unless we have a calculator, but we're not allowed one. So what's the number between 16 and 81 that's in the answer choice? Well, the only answer is 80, because this is too big. We know that, and these are all larger than 81, so they make the answer even bigger. So the only suitable answer is 80. So that's our only choice. So thanks for watching. Bye.